Very well, we are starting this episode with some really awesome content for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Of course, we're going to talk about something really big. Of course, we're going to talk about Ben White's recent talks about what he thinks about the clean sheets. What is the plan for Arsenal's defense? Not only that, we're also going to cover Jack Wilshere speaking about the team, the Golden Boy Award shortlist as well. So stay tuned for that as well. The first news is, of course, about Ben White. Ben White, in a recent interview, opened up about a lot of things. The first thing that he said was clean sheets are the aim for the team. I don't think it's just the back four and goalie that keep a clean sheet. It's the whole team. It's come into my game since I've been at Arsenal. The love of defending and keeping a clean sheet. Well, not only this, I mean Ben White, speaking about whether he's watched Patrick Vieira or anything. Does he know about the history of Arsenal? Ben White says, "I never watched football when I was younger. Still don't know. I just love the game. I was always playing it, never watching it. So I don't know too much about older generations. I know Patrick Vieira was a very good player, but I would not know the details." He also says, "I watch myself for analytical reasons. I watch England maybe, but I'm always busy doing something. I wouldn't just sit down and watch a game." You know what's the best part about Ben White? The bloke is pretty darn straightforward. I love it. I love it. I love it in a person. So Sky Sports' Gary Cotterill asked him, "Is it Ben or Benjamin?" Ben White says, "It's actually Benjamin." Gary says, "Twitter is definitely Benjamin, right? Why? Everyone calls you Ben." It's actually a very stupid question. To which Ben White says, "It's my name. You can call me whatever you want. I just might not reply." Very well. So that Benjamin. Okay. We want some replies from Benjamin, definitely, in our lives, of course. So Jack Wilshere says, "We were doing a sprint test today and I asked the fitness guy who is the fastest player. Is it Aubameyang? And he said, no, it's Kieran Tierney. It surprised me," says Jack Wilshere. Wilshere also says that Tierney's not been there the last few weeks. He's been away with Scotland, but everyone has spoken about him being a great lad, a natural leader, so potentially, yeah, the next captain. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Wilshere opens the lid about who should be Arsenal's next captain. It's not something which is under the wraps. So Dimitri Payet spoke to L'Equipe about William Saliba. He was actually questioned which new player has actually impressed him at Marseille. He says the new ones have all brought something different. After that, I'm closer to younger players. So the one that impresses me the most is Willy Saliba. Considering what he's been doing since the start of the season, I don't understand why he hasn't played more for Arsenal. So that's what Dimitri Payet said about, yep, from to William about William Saliba. So of course it's a very good thing to get those kind of compliments from Dimitri Payet, man. He was killer in 2016 Euros, by the way. So Fanatic claim Galatasaray have reached an agreement with Elneny and now they need to agree a transfer fee with Arsenal. Elneny is going to Galatasaray and it looks like he would be wanted somewhere and he would really would want to go to a place where he would be valued. So Elneny is off, ladies and gentlemen. So three clubs sent their scouts so that they could, find or scout more about Youssef En-Nesyri. But more importantly, the Golden Boy Award is here. The two Arsenal players that are in the list, it's Bukayo Saka and William Saliba in the list. You can see Karim Adeyemi, Bellingham, Kamavinga, De Ketelaere, Gavi, Brian Gill, Ryan Gravenberch, Mason Greenwood, Daniel Maldini, Jamal Musiala, Nuno Mendes, Pedri, Roberto Piccoli, Jeremy Pino, Giovanni Reina, Rodrigo, Bukayo Saka, William Saliba, Julian Timber, and Florian Wirtz. Well, I think Bellingham wins this. I don't know. I've got a big hunch that Bellingham wins this. Let's see what happens. Also talking about Youssef En-Nesyri, it looks like West Ham, Brighton, Arsenal all sent their scouts so that they could know more about him. Well, West Bromwich Albion trying so much hard to get Darwin Nunez, could not get it. Then Sadgas, Nicolas Gonzalez couldn't get it. Independientes, Alan Velasco. Now, En-Nesyri is a realistic signing for the Seagulls according to Sussex Live. So, that is that, ladies and gentlemen. So, West Ham are interested. Let's see. Youssef En-Nesyri, one of the players. pretty strong links of Yusuf and Nasiri to these three clubs. But more importantly, let's talk about Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira has expressed his excitement while returning to the Emirates Stadium. Talking in his pre-match press conference, he said, "I'm really looking forward to it. When you have a chance to play for this football club for 9 years, I arrived when I was a kid and I left as a man. This is the club where I played my best football. Going back will be emotional, but I will put it on the side as what is important for us to perform well and try and get points." So it means business once he's on the pitch and once his team is on the pitch, and it will be meaning pure business for Patrick Vieira. Moving on, Pep Guardiola has actually reacted to Raheem Sterling's comments that he would be open to a move away if he does not get game time. So in his pre-match press conference, Pep said, "Raheem is our player and hopefully we will be an incredibly important player. What I want from Raheem and everyone is that they have to be satisfied to be here. If that's not the case, he has to take the best decision." It's kind of cool. So Matt Ryan has confirmed that Martin Odegaard might leave Arsenal for Real Sociedad. So talking to Mundo Deportivo, Matt Ryan said, "Before I knew Real were interested in me, he told me that Real, because of his experience here, was a great team. A 10 out of 10 in everything, the team, the life here, the public, everything. And now I agree with him. He's comfortably at Arsenal, but he's open to coming back one day for sure." So Real Sociedad. Odegaard might return to Real Sociedad. That's so crazy. Unbelievable. I don't get it, but yeah, it is unbelievable. So it looks like a former Arsenal boss, Unai Emery, could apparently be in line for a return to the Premier League, and it looks like Newcastle, according to Daily Mail, that now Villarreal head coach is among the candidates to replace Steve Bruce at Newcastle United after the takeover. That would be crazy. Unai Emery at Newcastle. Whoa. Superb. Well, Wilshere also spoke highly of Sambi Lokonga. Wilshere said, "They've brought in Lokonga, who's young. I've been really impressed with him since watching and training with him this week." Well, Miguel Aziz has sent out a strong message via Portsmouth boss Danny Cowley. Danny Cowley said, "He's trained well today. There is no doubt in his top-end quality, but he's got to learn the other side of the game as well. That's probably the reason Arsenal have sent him to us, so we can help him in the other side of the game, the less glamorous part of it may be." Let's see if that's going to be true or not. But right now, Darren Bent has issued a warning. If Arsenal if they're not careful, Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle might make moves for Bukayo Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe. He says it's a decision to make. Arsenal's ambition has to match their own. There's no point in Arsenal being 7th or 8th every season. At some stage, they're going to have to make a run for it. I'm guessing if the likes of Newcastle now and Liverpool and Chelsea are constantly up there, they would come in for a bid. It's a bit like Robin Van Persie's situation. We've seen it with Cesc Fabregas as well. We've seen these guys leave because for Van Persie, they had a really good team there, but couldn't get over the line. He said, well, enough is enough, and went to Manchester United and won the league. So I guess if the club's ambitions matches their own, they'll be happy to stay. If it doesn't, then you fear at Arsenal. So Darren Bent says Saka and Emil will leave Arsenal at one point of stage if they don't perform, if the club does not get the desired result. So Mark Overmars regrets selling Noah Lang. So he says in January, just a few months after selling him, he said, "We did not want to rent him out again after his rental to FC Twente. Only his view of playing time with us was limited. We had Dusan Tadic in front of him, and also players such as Quincy Promes, Anthony and David Neres. Despite that, we wanted to extend, but we could not manage it financially. Sometimes it is better to say goodbye. This is also good for Ajax. Not everyone from our youth becomes a basic player in the first team. That is impossible, but the youth academy has to be paid. Then it is also good to have a category of players for whom you receive millions, who just don't make it into the first team, no matter how painful that is sometimes, because he wanted to succeed at Ajax. Ajax is really his club, but he has made a good start at Belgium, and we all wish him that." So Noah Lang, I don't know if Noah Lang is actually regretting his move, but more importantly, if his desire was to actually succeed at at Ajax at one point of time, that can happen in the later stage of his career, man. He's too young for now. So let's just stick to Noah Lang coming to Arsenal. Let me know in the comments, do you guys really want Noah Lang to come to Arsenal? And what about Karim Adeyemi to Arsenal? That link really closed down really badly. So Karim Adeyemi or Noah Lang, which will be the best youngster for Arsenal? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Adeyemi or Lang? If you watch them both, it's superb. And also, Nasser Mazraoui is also linked with Leeds and Arsenal via another source as well. It's crazy. So I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers and don't forget to subscribe.